What's up, guys? I've been slacking on the YouTube channel, not gonna lie. So thought I'd hop in this morning and update you on my quarterback rankings. I know that's something a lot of NFL fans are starting to look at. Who are the quarterbacks, especially after Trevor Lawrence, because that's where any conversation about quarterbacks has to start. The Clemson Jr., who's actually set to graduate in December, so we could see him at the Senior Bowl. He's the top guy. There's really no disputing that. No matter how well anyone else plays this season, there's really not, in my opinion, and in the opinion of a lot of scouts I've talked to, there's nothing that anyone can do to close that gap that Trevor Lawrence really has over the rest of the crowd right now. Everything you hear about him internally, they love him. Teammates love him. Coaches love him. It's kind of hard to find. He's a leader. He's intelligent. And obviously on the field, it's very impressive as well. 6'6", 220, with a frame that can get bigger. He has the arm strength. He has the mobility. He has the processing speed. He has the field vision. It's all there. He's the total package. He'll probably rank as the best quarterback I've ever evaluated when it's all said and done. I know it might sound boring, but we're 3 years in on Trevor Lawrence and nothing's changed. So there's not a whole lot of hot takes that you can have about this kid. He's just really, really good at football, and he will be the first pick in the draft. Now, quarterback number two is where things have gotten a little bit interesting. Before the season, this is where I had Trey Lance from North Dakota State. Now, I think he actually made a mistake by playing in that game against Central Arkansas, where he did struggle as a passer, which is expected. Your season's been canceled, and then they're like, oh, wait, we're going to play one game. And so he gets that one game. It wasn't very good, especially his arm, but he did show out again as a runner. I look at Trey Lance as someone who his stock has taken a hit. I'm still really, really intrigued by him as a prospect, though, and think that there's a lot of room for him to get better. My comparison for him was Deshaun Watson, something that Mello and I have talked about. I think he's a little bit bigger than Deshaun Watson, and I think he's a little bit faster. So maybe his comp is Lamar Jackson. I don't think he's going to run like a 4.2 like Lamar would have, but he is very, very athletic. So Trey Lance is moving down the board. I have him at QB3. That means Justin Fields has jumped him and is now QB2. And I'm a big fan of Justin Fields. I don't know how, but somehow over the summer I got labeled as a Justin Fields hater, and that could not be farther from the truth. I just wanted to see him play healthy. I think what we saw last year at times, that knee was really bothering him. It affected his ability to drive the ball outside the hashes. It affected his ability to get out of the pocket, to make plays, to scramble around. Now we're seeing him play more complete football. He's more accurate. He's much more athletic. I think also that new diet has helped. He's a little bit leaner. Conditioning's better, and it's showing up. So Justin Fields jumps to QB2. Again, Trey Lance QB3. After that, I think this is where the group gets kind of fun. There are three quarterbacks that I have my eye on outside of that. How about Zach Wilson at BYU, the Mormon Manziel? Dude is tearing it up. And I kind of withheld judgment on him. It's like I want to watch as much tape as I can before I jump into the mix and have a take on this guy. But I fell in love watching him play. I mean, yes, at times he's beating teams like Houston or UT San Antonio, but also beat a very good Boise State team. And what's most impressive to me, it's not the running around, it's not even the deep ball, it's the processing speed, how quickly he gets through his progressions, how quickly he sees it, and then that ability to see it and then execute at a really high level. He's accurate. He does throw the deep ball. He can move around in the pocket and make plays. So I'm a big Zach Wilson fan. I have him at QB4. I wouldn't be shocked if he jumps Trey Lance for a lot of NFL teams when it's all said and done. After that, you got to go to Florida. Kyle Trask has been tearing it up this year, getting the ball to Kyle Pitts, getting the ball to Kadarius Toney. That is a fun offense to watch. And I think Trask has enough mobility. That is such a huge key now when evaluating quarterbacks. Do you have mobility? Kyle Trask has enough that I'm not going to knock him. It's probably a little bit below where Joe Burrow was, but it is, again, good enough to where we can see him get outside the pocket, extend, make some plays. So Kyle Trask with that arm strength is way up there for me. And then I have Mac Jones, who I think is the most beautiful deep ball thrower in all of college football. He is going to get hit a little bit because of the fact that he's throwing to NFL receivers. The receivers he has in the NFL next year won't be as good as the receivers he's had at Alabama. Think about that for a second. The talent around him is exceptional, but he is a really fun prospect. So I do think could be an NFL starter. So 6 quarterbacks with a round one grade right now, something that I don't think I've ever seen happen, even 2018, where there were 5. Nothing like this with this group of quarterbacks. So it's going to be a lot of fun as we now get into kind of the heart of the Pac-12 season. So we get into maybe some more competitive SEC games. Hopefully they're able to continue playing, even though there's going to be some cancellations. So those are the top 6 right now. I'll throw one sleeper name out there for you. Hopefully you've watched them play. Cincinnati Bearcats quarterback Desmond Ridder is getting it done as well. So Jim Nagy, Senior Bowl, get some of these guys down there for us in Mobile. I know we're all looking forward to it. And these are some guys that you can watch on Saturdays if your NFL team is sucking really bad on Sundays. So thanks for hanging out.